there a list of the scholars and the historians that the press office said he had lunch with today in the lead up to the January 6th?
I don't have a list to share at this time. For folks who are not tracking, this afternoon the president met or had lunch with a group of scholars and historians to discuss ongoing threats to our democracy, whether here and also abroad. This is something that he tends to do, especially as we head towards an important day like January 6th. So it's something that it is commonly done. He's done it. He's met with a diverse group of historians before. I don't have a list to provide to you.
Will the president have a public schedule tomorrow or Friday?
I don't have anything at this time for you. As you know, he will be traveling on Saturday for January 6th to Pennsylvania. That is something that the campaign is putting together. So if you have any specific details, we'll certainly make sure that you reach out to them. I just don't have anything else on his schedule for the next day or two.
And do you have any reaction to the new data out of Treasury that the national debt has hit a record $34 trillion?
Republican tax cuts are responsible about 90% of it. As we know, you've heard me say this, you've heard the president speak to this, of what he has done to certainly lower the debt. He signed a legislation to lower the deficit by $1 trillion, right? When you think about the Inflation Reduction Act, and his agenda would cut the deficit another $2.5 trillion by making the wealthy pay their fair share. So that is what the president has done. What we've seen on the other side is the complete opposite. What they've tried to do is continue to give a tax break to the millionaires and the billionaires, and that what they have actually put forward would add more than $3 trillion to the debt. So that's what that data shows us, and that's what we have done to try to make sure. The president has been very, very deliberate about this to make sure that we do everything we can to certainly deal with the debt.
Specifically, does he think the United States is ready to have free and fair elections in November?
Well, we have to. I mean, that is what we need. We have to. That's what the president believes in, right? He believes in having a democracy that works, on having a free and fair election. That's something that he has spoken to, obviously. But I don't, as far as our policies for our institutions, announcing any new policy, I don't have anything just announced at this time. But clearly, that is something that the different agencies who are involved are certainly making sure that we get to a place that where Americans are able to vote freely in November.
And does he have any New Year's resolutions?
I don't have the president's New Year's resolution. I think what I will say is that the president wants to continue doing the job that he has said that he's going to do on behalf of the American people. That's what we have seen him do the last 3 years. I've talked about the historic piece of legislation that's actually going to deal with health care, going to deal with veterans' health, right? Going to deal with clean energy and climate change, going to deal with key issues that matter to the American people. Bidenomics, making sure that the economy works for all. We're building the middle class. Those are the things that the president's going to focus on. Go ahead, Justin.